This is the Worldwide News Network.
I'm Cooper Lawrence. Axios is reporting that President Trump is considering a massive attack against Iran. News Nation's Jessica Cartelia has more.
The big question, could we see troops on the ground? And no doubt that will come up in this meeting. The president speaking just moments ago saying that this war should have wrapped up by now, that Iran's military has been depleted, but ultimately they cannot have nuclear weapons. President Trump telling Axios earlier today that he is seriously considering restarting major combat operations in Iran.
The president did not give a deadline for his decision. This as the House of Representatives have once again narrowly passed a resolution to halt U.S. military action in Iran, sending a warning to President Trump. Congressman Jason Crow from Colorado voted for the resolution.
Well, when I'm sitting here and have to face my constituents who are losing homes, losing their farms, losing their health care, who can't answer the simple question, how is this making me safer? How is this improving my life? And I can't answer that.
The vote requiring congressional approval for the war is largely symbolic, but it's meant as a strong signal to the administration that its support on Capitol Hill is waning. The U.S. signed a landmark nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia, but there are conditions.
President Trump says a U.S. nuclear agreement with Saudi Arabia will only move forward if the kingdom joins the Abraham Accords and normalizes relations with Israel. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says this condition is something the president has spoken about many times.
He wants to see these countries sign the Abraham Accord. It was one of the most historic accomplishments of his first term.
But if they don't agree to these conditions,
he has said if they don't join the Abraham Accords, the deal is off.
The president insists the deal will be for peaceful nuclear energy only and that there will be no enrichment. Stacey Lynn, Worldwide News Network, Washington.
Several states are auditing their voter rolls after thousands of non-citizens were registered to vote in New Jersey. News Nation's Joe Khalil.
The governor of New Jersey, Mikey Sherrill, says that this was 6,600 people. Of those, less than 400 actually voted in a state where 4.3 million people voted in 2024. Obviously, a couple hundred. That's not going to change any outcomes of elections, but it is still serious. It is still illegal for non-citizens to be voting at all. So Governor Sherrill says this is not a grand conspiracy. This is not evidence of massive voter fraud.
The Trump administration is seizing on the discovery as a reason to pass the president's SAVE Act, requiring proof of citizenship. Miami's long-running pitch as New York's cheaper, sunnier cousin just hit a snag. Federal data shows Miami metro area is now pricier than the greater New York area for the first time ever. This is the Worldwide News Network.